Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we just started our newest fusion event. And it seems to be some sort of hyena or hound or some sort of wild dog, if you can call it like that. And in today's video, I would like to tell you the pros and cons, and I would also want to point out a few things on why you should go or why you shouldn't go for this event. Because this fusion champion is good, but not as good as previous fusion champions. That's only because, as you can see here, it's one of these champions that go well when you have another champion in the team. So unless you don't have his buddy, the Packmaster Shy'ek, this champion will not be, or at least will not perform at its best. But without further ado, let me quickly run through this fusion champion. This fusion champion is going to be a legendary fusion champion, and it's going to be a pretty simple one. Although I'm saying simple, but it's not really. It's going to be a legendary fragment fusion. So as you can see here, you can get fragments from pretty much everywhere in the game. You got champion training today and dungeon divers. And not only that, let me pull up the fragment event calendar here. Maybe you need to quickly have a look through it, but probably you already seen it. And this is how the champion event will look like. This is all the events we will have. And I think, don't take this with 100% certainty, but I think somewhere here in the middle, I'm not sure if this is a speculation, but as with any other fusions, we will definitely have a few surprise events, at least one, if not two. Whether it's going to be somewhere around here in the beginning or somewhere around here towards the end, we're going to have to wait and see. But besides that, let's quickly talk a bit about this fusion champion. And let me tell you his, or it's a dog, so I guess it's best and it's worst. From what I've seen on YouTube already, a lot of content creators that had access to the test servers, they highlighted how strong this champion will be. The only thing is that they highlighted how strong this champion will be with Packmaster Shy'ek, because this champion will deal a couple extra things, same as what's his name? Same as Lady Noel does in team with Sir Nicholas. So we have here Lady Noel and Sir Nicholas, which also have things in their skill kit that do better whenever you pair them together. And as with our new fusion here, let me quickly pull that back up down here. And as with the new fusion here, let's have a look at his kit. First, let's get this out of the way. The aura increases all ally attack in all battles by 30%. Not too bad. 30% attack in all battles, it's always good. All right, let's have a look at the first skill, Hound Tyrant. And this is what it does. Attacks all enemies. This attack deals single target damage to each target individually rather than AoE, which is quite interesting. Will also ignore all reflect damage buffs and effects, ally protection buffs and effects, and pain link debuffs. But this attack deals double damage when counter-attacking if Packmaster Shy'ek is on the team. This is where we already start getting that extra thing with Packmaster Shy'ek. And then let's have a look at the second skill. Attacks all enemies, places an extra hit on enemies under 2 or more debuffs. Also has a 75% chance of placing Leech debuff. Leech is always nice because you can get that extra lifesteal. And 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. This can be buffed to 100% chance at level 5. So you need a few books. You can also take it down to 3 turns cooldown if you book it all the way up. But then, this effect cannot be resisted if Packmaster Shy'ek is on the team. So as you can see here, you can debuff enemies and they actually cannot resist the debuffs as long as you have Packmaster Shy'ek, which means you don't really need accuracy for that. Let's quickly continue. His third skill, Dominant Predator, attacks one enemy and will ignore 50% of the target's defense, which is not too bad. as well as life barrier and poison cloud buffs, and effects that redirect attacks, damage, or debuffs to another target. But then again, if you have Packmaster Shy'ek on the team, this repeats, right? Which is pretty crazy. You could attack one enemy and you can do 2 hits on that. But there is a problem here, right? Packmaster Shy'ek was a fusion champion. Let me see if I still have it here. Packmaster Shy'ek was a fusion champion that ran all the way in July 2024, as you can see there in the middle where I'm moving my mouse. And that means not everybody is gonna have Packmaster Shy'ek. So why in the world would you go for the new fusion, right? Why would you go for KRO KHAD? KRO KHAD? Why would you go for the dog? What I'm speculating here is that, as I said in the beginning of the video, if we're gonna have 2 extra events, same as we do all the time, pretty much, same as, well, this is recently, right? Lately, whenever we get Fusion Champions, we have either a surprise event or we have like a Titan event alongside with it, which is gonna give like a split soul or a perfect soul, like a 5-star soul, right? Like we did with Tholin. We had a 5-star soul for Tholin. And we also had our previous, our other previous fusion that is super strong as well. So then in this case, why would you go for KRO KHAD when this guy needs another champion for himself to be super strong? So there's a bit of a speculation going on in the community right now, and everybody thinks that one of these, or at least the surprise event, could include Packmaster Shy'ek. Either it's going to be one of these either it's going to be one of these summon events that are going to let us get our hands on Packmaster Shy'ek. Is he void? No, he's not. Get our hands on Packmaster Shy'ek via Ancient Shards or Sacred Shards, although I don't really know exactly, but that could be the only other possibility in which we will get him. And it's going to be a bit tricky here. I cannot really recommend you to go for KRO KHAD because unless you already have Packmaster Shy'ek, then this guy is not really going to shine. But by the looks of it, Packmaster Shy'ek is not top tier champion. Although I might be wrong. You should be able to know better if you already have him. We didn't really talk about his passive. His passive increases this champion's attack by 5% when killing an enemy or decapitating a Hydra head, and stacks up to 25%. So there's a bit of incentive here to use him in Hydra. Now you would think yourself, why would I use him in Hydra when we got ourselves the best Hydra champion, the previous fusion, right? It's first or not, or if not second best Hydra champion that we've ever had in Raid, unless you put other champions in considerations like Tholin, because Tholin as well, he's a very good Hydra champion. So our past 2 fusion champions before this guy, they were both Hydra champions, or at least they're better performing in Hydra than anywhere else. So this guy is also again gonna be a very strong Hydra champion. As you can see here, increases this champion's attack by 10% when killing an enemy or decapitating a Hydra head. Instead, if Packmaster Shy'ek is on the team, and it stacks up to 50%, which doubles than previously. And then again, that's not all. Instantly activates the Dominant Predator skill, which is gonna be this one here. This skill instantly gets triggered if an ally is devoured by that head. And there is something to add up here. If you decapitate a Hydra head, the second hit is not gonna proc, because the decapitated Hydra head is going to be pretty much like a second opponent. It's not the same HP bar and it's not the same enemy. So this is going to be tricky here. And this also, with the decapitating Hydras, this also goes with ally attacks, which is pretty shit. I'm not sure if they're gonna fix it or not, but imagine that. If you actually fused for Toll Foulbeard, or if you fused for the previous champion, you should maybe consider just chilling down for a bit, maybe skipping this fusion. I'm personally skipping this fusion because I don't really have Packmaster Shy'ek. I wasn't even playing Raid Shadow Legends in July 2024. We've only started playing this game like, I think it was November last year. So we're still pretty new in the game. Yeah, if I missed anything, just feel free to drop a comment below and let me know. Maybe I'm not seeing something here, you know. As always, I'm not the best player out there. I'm just giving you a fair opinion, and if you're seeing this video, you might as well just think about it. But besides that, let me pull the fragment event calendar one more time. It would have been very nice if they would have let us know in advance, and you know, so we don't get screwed. Because like, for example, I don't really want to fuse for this champion. But maybe if I would know that there's Packmaster Shy'ek guaranteed somewhere in the middle, either from a Titan event or whatnot, or a Deck of Fate or whatever, that would make me think if I would actually want to fuse for this guy. Because if I decide to skip the guy and then I see, hey, they started a surprise event that actually gives us Packmaster Shy'ek, and I'll be like, oh man. But that's my take on this. So there you go, that's the fragment event calendar. Have a look at it, take a screenshot if you don't already have it. So feel free to let me know in the comments below, or you can message me on Discord or Reddit, wherever you see this post, and we can talk about it. I was Mr. Man Plays. This was Mr. Man Plays Raid YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you download the game with my link, you can get up to 3 legendaries and 3 epics. I'll leave the details in the description so you can check them out. Maybe you want to reroll your account, or maybe you want to try something else that you don't have on your account. Alright boys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. If you download the game with my link below, or if you want to reroll your account, you will start the game fresh with the best promo out there. 3 free legendaries and 3 free epics. Corrado, after finishing tutorial, you can use the promo code to get Tholin as well, Demon Slayer in the first 72 hours, and your 3rd legendary will come in July when we start our 7-day login chase for Lemonisi Goldwing.